back to that butterfly position. So this time I want to let your soles of the feet actually touch each other, and then let your knees open wide, and your heels could be far away from you or they could be close to your butt, whatever is most comfortable. And again, you may wish to have something underneath your thighs if you're not quite as open. And let your hands rest on your low belly, so right about where your sacrum and your pelvis start, kind of on those hip points. Let your hands rest there, the backs of your arms relax on the floor. And see if you can bring your breath nice and low into your fingertips. Now, some of us who are chest breathers, we might have a really hard time with this. So again, be gentle with yourself. Offer yourself some grace in this practice. We're kind of putting ourselves into that forced arched position. So the front of the body is long all the way down in the hip flexors, in our psoas. And I want to notice if you can feel your breath nice and low. So even lower than your belly button. Notice even the subtlest rise and fall with each breath. So like a balloon, you're filling up. And even if you still feel it more in your chest, which is more of our sympathetic nervous system, that's the breath that we do when we're in fight or flight. Even if you're breathing into your chest and you feel your shoulders rise and fall, I want you to just be conscious and aware of that. See if you can start to draw your awareness down your body more towards your ribs, or even more so towards your pelvis, towards your fingertips. And it might not happen today, that's okay. With that awareness, we're going to start to come into some body movement. So that pendiculation again. As we breathe in, we're going to let the spine arch. So even more so, allow your rib cage to flare. Allow your shoulder blades to squeeze together underneath you. And your head might move position, it might stay right where it is. But really feel that length in the whole front of the body. And then as you exhale, from the navel, draw your navel down into the earth. You'll feel your tailbone lift up towards the ceiling, and you might even have your legs almost fold towards each other again as you press everything down and create that tension. So as you inhale, pivot and let the tailbone tuck down into the floor. Let your back arch off the floor, spreading the space at the front of your body. And then exhale, navel to the floor. Feel your tailbone curl upward and your pelvis kind of cradle or pull in towards your center. Now I want you to add your head. So as you breathe in and you inhale and stretch the whole front of your body, tailbone goes down, shoulder blades come together, lift your chin again into that arch space so that your neck is also arched, looking over your third eye. And then exhale, draw your chin down into your chest, looking towards your tailbone as your tailbone rises and your navel sinks. So if you're familiar with cat-cow, that's what we're doing here in this butterfly pose. So we're inhaling, looking up, arching, exhaling, creating tension. Chin tucks, back of the neck's long, thighs are tense, feet are pressing together, everything's towards your center. And then back into inhale, arch, spread, create space. As you take the fullness of the breath, as you exhale, let all of the air come out, sink it, and let go of whatever you no longer want to carry. Breathe it out through your nose. Last time, arching as you breathe in, lengthen the full spinal column up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, draw it in to the center, everything pressing down into the floor. Good. Return back to neutral. Relax, palms face up on either side of your hips. Draw your knees in together. Separate your feet hip distance apart and give the knees a little windshield wiper side to side. So we release whatever might have built up there. And then knees come back to center. Draw one knee and then the other into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. So we round the back into the floor, and if it feels good, maybe a little rock here, side to side. All right. So one more time. Let's bring the feet back to the floor, knees bent. Slide your right leg down the mat and then your left leg.